What is up, my brochachos, and welcome to a brand new video on a brand new channel. Do you have to start moving now, right as I click start recording? Okay, so I don't know if this is going to go on the main channel or I make a new channel, just basically where I talk about basketball. You know what, it's just before No Dunks, shout out No Dunks. It's just before No Dunks go live. I'm recording this, going through some of the news from today, from the last 24 or so hours. This is the day after. When did France? No, this is 2 days after France beat USA. Okay, so we're back. This is take two because apparently I didn't have the audio recording once I switched to this scene, showing off my screen. So we're going to be going through this all over again. We don't need to go faster. Okay, so first point we had, oh no, actually, the very first one was this one. So we got Steven Adams, Bledsoe, and 2 first-round picks, including this year's 10th pick of this year's draft, for Valanciunas and the 17th pick. I like this for Memphis. It's fine for the Pelicans. Obviously, the Pelicans are trying to clear up some cap space for Kyle Lowry if Lonzo Ball decides to leave. A point I brought up before was Bledsoe, I think, could be a very good mentor for Ja Morant. They play very similar. Hopefully Ja Morant doesn't learn the disappearing in the playoffs, but being able to learn like the physical side of basketball. Bledsoe is a bit bigger than Ja Morant, but getting to the rim, learning how to play with that athleticism, I think Ja Morant could learn a bit from Bledsoe. And, get a bit better defensively as well. Bledsoe is a pretty good defender. He's definitely above average. He's probably top 15 defender. Maybe even top 10 at the point guard. So I like this for both teams. Valanciunas helps spread the floor for the Pelicans, which, you want Zion inside. Steven Adams couldn't really do much when they were both on the floor at the same time. It's just, yeah. So I think it's good for both. Back to this. Shea. Apparently people can trade for him. After this, I might do a video on the main channel or whatever channel. I might do a video in 2K going in to see who can trade for Shea. Because I feel like Detroit kind of dropped the ball when they didn't take a supposedly reported trade, which was Shea in the number 8 pick for the first pick of this year's draft. I don't think you can't guarantee a first pick's always going to be a borderline all-star level within the first 3 or 4 years of them being in the league. Now let's hope Cade Cunningham, who we think they're going to be taking, hopefully he doesn't get injured. Hopefully he does turn into that player where he's an all-star, but we don't know if that's going to happen. So I think it's a bit of a drop from Detroit. They have a history of not having good picks, right? Darko Milicic, when they could have taken Carmelo. I think not Carmelo. Wade. It was Wade, wasn't it? I think that's how it was could have been Melo, actually. 2003 draft. It was Carmelo and Wade. And Chris Bosh. All those 3 would have been better. Anyway. Cool. Next one. Miami Heat want to sign Spencer Dinwiddie if they don't get Lowry. I don't think they're getting Lowry, Miami to begin with, because Toronto want to sign and trade to get Actually, I'll leave that for a bit later on. But Lowry, I think he has a better option going to the Pelicans. Or there's rumors of him wanting to team back up with DeMar DeRozan in LA. Now I don't think the Lakers have the cap space. They might have to just destroy their whole roster if they want to get those two, unless they take a big pay cut, which I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. They do want to take the pay cut, but we'll see. Obviously, if they go to the Lakers, team's going to be amazing, but I don't see that happening. Yeah. Close that. Okay, so this was Hero. Miami don't want to include Hero in a sign and trade for Lowry. I think Miami would rather keep Hero and not get Lowry than get Lowry and give up Hero. So it's not surprising really on that one. Tyler Hero has a lot of upside. I think 2 seasons in the NBA. First season was promising. This season a little bit of a letdown compared to last, but he's still got potential. Derrick Rose. Now, this makes me happy as a fan because Derrick Rose being my favorite player and the Chicago Bulls being my favorite team, I would want this to happen. As a fan, from a fan perspective, I'd love this. But as improving the team, I don't know how much it does for us. I think he can provide a bit of veteran leadership from the bench with him and Thad Young could be pretty good off the bench. I think he would be able to mentor some of the back to mentorship. Being able to teach some of these young players, Kobe White, I think could learn a lot from him. But I think this was spoken about on Woj's podcast. So I like it. If he signs with the Bulls, I'm buying that jersey day one. Let's go to the next one. Kyle Lowry. This is what I was talking about. 3 years, $90 million. I don't think he's worth that. What was he, 36? 35? You probably don't want to pay a 38-year-old $30 million. I can see him getting a 1 year $30 million. But if he's getting a 3-year contract, I think he's getting around 20-25 a year. He can still provide that defense. He can still shoot. But I can't say he's worth $30 million a year for 3 years. Brandon Ingram would welcome a trade to Miami. I don't know why this would be. I don't know why the Pelicans would want this. They've tried this with JJ Redick. Miami would have to give a little bit back for this to be worth it for the Pelicans, because they had JJ Redick, who's a shorter, older Duncan Robinson. I think Duncan Robinson could help, but I don't know how much more he helps than what Brandon Ingram's doing. Now, if they want Zion to handle the ball, yeah, makes sense. And they just traded. They got Valanciunas, so they free up the point guard spot, and they get Lowry. I can see, I don't know if Lowry, Ingram, together is worse than Lowry, Duncan Robinson. But unless they're giving back Robinson and Achua, or Robinson and another decent player, I don't think the Pelicans actually would want this. Unfortunately, Ben Simmons hasn't been able to. The 76ers haven't been able to get in contact with Ben Simmons. I wouldn't really want to be after the last month or so. If I was Ben, I really wouldn't want to be talking to anyone at the moment either. Just take a break, get your mind off basketball. Come back to it with a fresh attitude. and be that player that you can be. I think he could definitely be an all-star again. Just needs confidence back. Atlanta Hawks could be in the mix for Bradley Beal. Everyone with a decent second player is in the running for Bradley Beal, I think, if Westbrook gets traded. You've got John Collins, who could be tempting. You've got Jaylen Brown, could be tempting for the Wizards. For the Wizards. But until Westbrook's gone, which we'll look into the next article, till Westbrook's gone, I don't think he's going anywhere. There we go. Bradley Beal would consider leaving if the Wizards trade Westbrook. I honestly think something is happening, considering Beal went home for health protocol reasons. It's weird that I think it could have been that he didn't want to take the vaccine. I don't know. Can I say that? I think that's what I heard, but I think it's because he might be getting moved if Westbrook does, and you don't really want to be in another country when you get traded. So, yeah, okay. Teams, I think Toronto is looking to get an all-star or a star. I think they could get Ben Simmons. I don't know what Philly want back. Maybe a sign and trade with Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry shouldn't be earning more money than Ben Simmons, I can tell you that much. Lowry maybe. Lowry and something. But I think Ben Simmons could be a good fit with Fred VanVleet if Pascal Siakam can get a consistent jump shot from outside. He was a bit hit and miss last year. So I think that could be done. Yeah. Did I skip this one? Oh no. I'm pretty sure I said I'll go through a YouTube video. Anyway, I might do a YouTube video on this. I think I did skip on it. Nobody wants KCP and Kuzma. If this was the year after his rookie season, yeah, people would have taken it. But now that his stats are, I think they're worse than his rookie season, or they might be, they're worse than his rookie season. His second and third season were nowhere near as good as his rookie season. But, that also is because AD and LeBron are on the team now, so it makes it a bit harder to perform when you got those two. Well, not to perform, but to get your stats. So, I think that's it now. Okay, so that's been Dunkmatic, either on channel 1 or 2. I don't know which one yet. We'll find out. Anyways, I gotta bounce.